The typewriter is a mechanical or electromechanical set for writing characters similar to those produced by printers' movable type. It operates by means of keys that strike a ribbon to transmit ink or carbon impressions onto a paper. Typically, a single character is printed on each key press. The machine prints characters by making ink impressions on typed elements similar to the sort used in movable type, letterpress printing. The concept of typewriter dates back at least to 1714. The first commercial typewriters were introduced in 1874, but did not become common in offices until after the mid-1880s. The typewriter quickly became an indispensable tool for practically all writing other than personal handwriting correspondence.
It was very typical in the early days to locate these commissioners for oath, operating in a more conducive and corporate environment. But the trend is not what we see today. And the trees and some structures that form a makeshift of office appears to be the perfect spot that facilitates their sedentary style of working. Interestingly, these commissioners for oath, or otherwise known as licensed letter writers, believe that the typewriters, which are significantly ignored in a very fast-growing cyber world, serves as a veritable tool for processing court documents or formal letters.
Even though computers have somewhat drowned typewriters by far, in institutions as well as in homes, the licensed letter writers still rely on the typewriter to produce the desired documents for their clients. From affidavits, statutory declarations and affirmations, commissioners of oath are still on hand to provide legal service to their numerous clients. In a sheer curiosity to ascertain how this profession is still in vogue, I found Mercy Kwanzaa, who is a licensed letter writer. The 54-year-old woman is married with 2 children and lives in Dansoman, a suburb of Accra. Mercy Kwanzaa has been plying this trade as a typist for about 3 decades. In her litany, Mercy tells me how it all began.
I completed Akrofi Commercial School 1984. After completion, I got work at St. Mary's Vocational School as typist for the period 1984.
You completed in 90, right?
Yes, after school. I served the school for 2 years, and later I came to at Insom, the Banka Chambers, also as a secretary. And I worked we came to Accra, Kokomemre, and then transferred to Awudome so I worked with a lawyer, Areuku, for 29 years before he passed away. So later on, I came and joined the Licensed Letter Writers and Commissioner for Oath Association at Kaneshie Post Office for the period of 4 years now.
In demonstrating her dexterity, she showed me the anatomical features of the seemingly complex device.
Inside one we have the keys. When you strike the keyboard, this one is the keys, so it will penetrate through the paper. This one is the ribbon. This one the spool. The spool that we use to rotate the ribbon. So this one is by paper release key. This one is the platinum. This one is the cylinder. This one is the cylinder.
The job requires that one be meticulous, accurate, and more so focused, as distractible factors could compete for the typist's attention, which could obviously incur mistake. As such, a single strike of key demands that Mercy be extra cautious, as the QWERTY keyboards lack the delete button. Hence, a mistake can or would be only corrected with a correction fluid, which sometimes make the work dirty. having to own this tool since the inception of her work as a licensed letter writer for over 20 years. Mercy Kwanzaa tells me that she supports her children's education with her daily earnings. But there are days when Mercy's work is not so fulfilling.
A day you can earn 50, 60, least 10. Very sad. Even to to close going home is very difficult.
After reporting to work at 8 a.m., this client is the second to patronize her service. In spite of the hiccups she experiences on a regular basis, she's still enthused and admitted that she loves her job. Most of these typists have worked as court bailiffs or worked in some lawyer's chamber, and as such have acquired some appreciable level of knowledge in law. This is the way the licensed letter writers live the sedentary lifestyle of work with pride. Computer era or not, these commissioners for oath are serving a key social need, and they will remain to our development efforts for a long time to come.